let's talk some defense. We got the Dolphins defense versus the Chargers offense. Okay, Miami's in a 3-4 alignment. 1, 2, 3 linemen and 4 linebackers. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in a 5 technique outside. He's responsible for the C gap. He's in a 3 technique right here. He's responsible for this B gap. He's in a shade, a 1 technique. He's the foundation of the defense, responsible for this A gap. He's in a 5 technique. And if he's a base guy with no stunts, he's responsible for the C gap right here. And outside, we got a guy right here on the wing. He's responsible for this D gap inside. Okay, on this play, what you're going to see happen is this guy. I don't know if he should be playing the double team straight up or is he stepping inside, stunning inside. Now, he's supposed to stun inside to this B gap. This makes sense. This makes sense on why this ball got out. Because running back going to take the ball. Got a quarterback under center. You got a running back at home. That's Ekeler at home. So basically, he's going to take this ball, come out here. He's going to dip back into this B gap, and he's going to be gone. He's going to be out the gate. Okay? So basically, one of these guys is wrong. One of these guys is wrong. And I got a feeling it might be the lineman because he's stacked. He's stacked on top of this lineman, right? And this guy right here shifted over, and he's responsible for this A gap. So C gap, B gap, A gap, A gap, B gap. If you're stunning inside, he's the B gap guy. He's supposed to take care of this B gap. This guy comes up for the C gap. He comes up for the C gap, button press, and this guy's outside responsible for this inside D gap. And then we should have a guy in run support coming down here somewhere to help out. So basically, this is a good front. I like the alignments with the back being in the dot and the quarterback being on the center. I like his alignment. I like his alignment either coming off the ball, knocking this back, or I like it stunning inside to this B gap. I like it either way. That's a good alignment to do either or, okay? Okay, with the back at home, I like his alignment. He's split in the middle with this leg, this foot. He's split in the middle. Go knock that back, and he'll be able to play the double team a lot better by doing that. But he need to come off, though, strike. He need to come off and strike and knock this center back, get him on different levels so he can maintain this double team that he's about to get, okay? Now, if this guy is a stunt guy, he need to get all the way in the B gap. He need to get all the way in the B gap because this linebacker came up here. He came up here, which leads me to believe that he didn't stunt and get into his gap. Because what happened, he stepped inside, this guy hit him, and he started fighting back outside. He started fighting back outside, and this linebacker came up here too. So we got 2 people, this guy and the linebacker, in the same gap pretty much, if that's the case. If this is a double team and he's supposed to stay put, these 2 guys are in the same gap. I think he should be stunting inside, taking care of this B gap, because I feel like the way he played this, that's the only thing it could be. Or, you know, he's wrong. He should be here. So one of these guys is wrong. I don't know I don't know their defense. I mean, I don't know their defense. I don't know how they call their defense. I'm just going off of what I know by looking at this, that one of these guys is wrong. Okay, let's run it, and then you guys going to see what I'm talking about, and I'll pause it on the double teams. Here we go. So, see, he stepped inside. He stepped inside, and he's trying to take on the block at the same time. And usually when you take it on double teams, you don't step inside like this. You step at this guy and go attack him. Attack him so you can keep this right here on the line of scrimmage. You don't want to get knocked off the ball. You don't want to take no step inside. You want to go attack it. He stepped inside, which leads me to believe that he should have been here in this B gap, right? Not fighting back on this double team. Because he didn't attack it right away. He stepped inside. This guy right here is fighting the double team. He dropped the knee on him. I can tell he's fighting the double team. He got a base block here, then we got a base block out here. This guy eyes is in his A gap right here. He's in his A gap. So basically, either he was supposed to stunt inside and make this ball come out to this linebacker and out to these guys out here, to the D gap player and this linebacker here, or he was supposed to fight this double team and this linebacker's wrong and he's supposed to be in this gap, this B gap. Okay? But one of these guys is wrong, no matter how you look at it. Let's run it some more. See, the linebacker came up. He came up, and the fact that he was stacked here, right? He was stacked here leads me to believe that he's probably right. He's doing his job, and this guy got to stay put. He's in there now. He's in the B gap right now. What he got to do is step, rip, and get it up the field. Step, rip, and get it up the field. So step and go get it. But he's fighting back now. He's fighting back like he should be back in this outside gap right here, in the C gap. He's fighting it like he should be back in the C gap. Okay, and this guy right here is fighting his butt off. He dropped the knee, which only way to play a double team is to punish this center and get them on different levels, because they can lift you out off that knee and knock you off the ball. This linebacker's in this A gap, this guy's in this B gap, and this guy's outside in the C gap. Everything looked good. He need to get some separation though, so he can fall off in this D gap. You know what I'm saying? Because without separation, you chest to chest, he can easily squeak through here if they don't get to where they need to get to. So you need to get separation with eyes in this D gap and be able to fall off and help. But let's run it. See, he fought back outside. He was in here and then he fought back outside. It's almost like this running back put him on the wrong side of the block. And they do that sometimes. That's why as a defender, you got to know where you should be, know your responsibility, and get there. And don't come out of it. So the back did this right here. He went out here and then he fought back and then he dipped back inside. I think he's wrong. I think he was supposed to stay in here, take the stunt step, stay in here, and we got the gaps covered. We got a guy in every gap, right? If he do that. If he do that, we got a guy in every gap. So let's run it. See? We got two guys in the gap here. We got him fighting back out. We got it. I mean, it's a cluster right here, and somebody should have been in here. Somebody should have been in here. And this side over here is fighting. Now, even though he getting double team out of there, because he didn't come off and attack that center, and he getting picked up out of there and double team out of there, but he fighting. At least he fighting and trying to stay in this double team. And these guys are where they need to be. So let's go ahead and see the remainder. And now he's out. Now he's out. That's a lot of yards, guys. It don't take one of these plays to hurt you. Let's go back. It don't take one of these plays to hurt you. Hurt your whole defense, hurt your stats, yards given up versus the run. It hurt you. This is a long run. You can't recover from this. It takes a while. You got to be a stout defense to get back to where you need to be and get labeled as a solid, strong defense versus the run. So it don't take many runs like this to get out on you before you become a bad run defense. You become a bad run defense. So watching it again, these two gaps are only gaps that's not occupying a guy. All the gaps got a guy in it. Even though he's not in the gap, he's responsible for this gap. So we got a guy in every gap. So when we run this, we see the double teams. We see the step inside. He got to keep coming if that's the case. He can't play back. You got to keep coming. This guy seemed like he was going the way he needed to go. You know what I'm saying? He didn't check here or nothing. He didn't act like he was coming back to this B gap. He was going to the C gap. He was going the way he needed to go. He was taking this guy off of this guy too. The more I look at this, I feel like he should have stayed in here, stunt step to this gap, get it up the field. But he need to bring a rip and get it up the field. He chest to chest right here, and they're trying to double him. So, but I think he should be here. They got a good defense for what they're doing. This should be a no gain or a short gain. A no gain or a short gain. And now he goes back out. He fights back out, opening this up. And the back, see the back go out here, then come back in. Good running backs, they do that to you. Good running backs will get you on the wrong side of the block, then come back to the opposite gap. This back, Ekeler, got him on the wrong side of the block. He showed out here, got him to fight back. Then he came back into this B gap. And then he was out the gate. And that's what happened on this play. So one of those guys is wrong. I don't know which one.